Hi Virgo, this is Griselle with Psychic MD. I want to thank you so much for joining me for your January 2022 reading. And without further ado, here we go. Oh yeah, for my repeat offenders, you guys, thank you so much for even showing up for my shenanigans, right? And for the rest of you that are curious, or stopping by just to say hi or see what's going on, I hope that you find a really nice, safe place here and it resonates with you. So without further ado, we are going to get into it. This is going to be a freestyle, just whatever Spirit wants to say for my lovely Virgo friends. So Virgo, what do we have for the month of January 2022, please? Anything that's helpful, that's going to be enlightening, that's going to be eye-opening, whatever it is that Virgo needs, please. Supportive, all of that juicy stuff. Show me now. Of course you get 2 cards. Mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. So there's 1. Painting the roses red, covering up errors. Oh, wow. That's not even the card I thought it was because the color scheme is so similar to something I've pulled before. So, dear Virgo, mortality. I feel like right now we are, I'm going to kind of move this so you can see what's going on. You might be in the middle of self-contemplation, self-examination, the number 42, 4, 5, 6, of course. I always equate the number 6 to mean a lot of personal power, a lot of how others view you even, and it could be even a lot of successes. But what I'm going to say about this card is, you know, life is brief. I feel like you're just kind of coming into a different plane in your life right now or this month where you're realizing that, yeah, life is brief. And we all say that. We're like, oh, life is short, live your life. But no, Virgo, I feel like this time you're really taking it to heart to understand that, you know what, life is short. And what if, and not to be macabre or morbid or whatever you want to talk or label it, but what if we were to step out on the street and get into a wreck tomorrow? I mean, are our affairs being handled in a way that we could just really say, wow, I lived my life and I was surrounded by people that really I meshed with, that get me. I expressed my love to all the people that I wanted to. I said what I had to say. I did what I had to do that I wanted to do. And I experienced life the way I wanted to. Like I went after my dreams and pursued those things. And I didn't allow other people to pressure me or do things to make me feel that I had to, I heard the word convene, but that's not really the word I'm personally looking for. So maybe that's maybe for 1 or 2 of you. Comply with other people's expectations, I guess I would call it. Or even your own ideologies might be radically changing. So this is a radical shift in what has been done previously. Like, and I even look at like her mouth and nose, from the nose down, she's kind of illuminated. And I feel like this light is being close to shining on your 3rd eye and on your crown chakra, okay? And so I feel like this might be just a new perspective that you're just really like, oh, wow, the ish is getting real here in January. Now, some of these things I feel like you're looking to kind of burn or end, or chapters in your life that you're wanting to flip the page or throw the book out or burn the computer. I don't know, something like that. I feel like it's being met. Did I say wet? That's weird. Okay, it's being met with, because I see a wet eyeball. Okay, so maybe somebody's looking at you with anger and they've been crying lately. And so you've been trying to end a situation like, you know what, this isn't convenient for me, or I'm leaving this job, or I'm leaving this relationship, or I'm ending how we have interacted, whatever the case may be, or you're cutting somebody loose, or cutting yourself loose from someone. I feel like that person's not happy because this eyeball does look wet to me. Like maybe they have looked at you with that similar expression, like you're not cutting me out of your life, like we are in it to win it, we're here with no fear, whatever the case may be, right? And so it could be like you're just kind of re-examining and thinking, wow, like this is my life and I have to claim ownership, because who knows if there's another life or an afterlife. But if there isn't, I don't want it to look like this. I don't want it to be, for example, like living within my 4 walls and being on my computer 24/7 and not not having any interpersonal relationships, or I don't want to have regrets, of thinking I could have done this and I just didn't make a move on it, whatever the case may be. But I feel like you have some staunch opposition, okay? You have some things that don't want to let you go. Her lips are blue, and like the throat chakra, of course, is usually being referenced as being blue. So you could have some throat chakra, some things that you really want to speak, that you have, her lips look kind of frozen, that you haven't just spoken, basically. I mean, what else can I say about that, right? So I feel like there's a lot of things in your life that you want to speak about and that you want to change and that you're kind of burning away. So you could have a major transformation. You could have had like an awakening last year, and it could have brought you to a point where like now in January, you're starting to really examine and think, wow, I had all this realization, all these like spiritual hits and things like that, things that I know I should do, but I was afraid to make a move or to do anything. And I feel like my lips were frozen. And in this instance, I feel like there is care and love for things that need to move away and go away from your life. But I feel like that's not stopping you, okay? Painting the roses red, covering up errors. What a trip. So and this Alice, even she looks kind of angry. And it's like, look, I made all this effort to paint all these roses red. And it's kind of like the Cheshire Cat is just kind of laughing at her with little vampy teeth in this case. If you look, the roses, I mean, all the colors are dulled. And I feel like perhaps this is stating that you've hung on or allowed situations to continue that made your life dull, that didn't really allow the full expression or the vibrancy that you want for yourself. And I think that maybe in ways things were actually displayed in a superficial manner. Like, yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah, our family's really good. Yeah, we have everything. We're content, or yeah, whatever. Those type of like pat answers that maybe you felt like you had an image to portray, or you wanted just to have like the picture perfect life. And really nobody has a picture perfect life, Virgo, you know that. And so and trying to create that can create a lot of burdens that really bind you to things that are just not healthy for you, that cause you inner decay, that cause you to die spiritually, mentally, emotionally, sexually, whatever the case may be. Now, I feel like this little cat here is a little bit like, yeah, sinister looking, but it's kind of like your intuition. I feel like in this case is your intuition is a cat, and it's like, hey, swat, swat, pay attention to me, swat, swat. This isn't good for you, swat, swat. You're painting a picture that isn't real, swat, swat. Your life is not sustainable. Maybe you need a different job and you need to call it quits. Even though you've thrown in some really good money to make this work, it hasn't really transpired. Swat, swat. Maybe you need to relocate. So whatever those things are that you have been really putting in a lot of elbow grease, a lot of effort, time, emotion, dedication, it has not yielded what it is that you wanted. I'm sure that in this case, Alice wanted some beautiful red roses, and when she planted and tended to them, she expected to get that return, that reward, that beauty that she fully was banking on. And now it's like lackluster and monotone and monochromatic, and those are great for dressing in perhaps, but maybe not for painting your life, if you know what I mean. So those things could potentially be referenced right here. Let's see what it is that what is it that needs to change here, please? So, covering up past efforts also. This could be things from the past that you've kind of glossed over or made it look prettier than what it is, okay? And so now's the time of reckoning. Now's the time of just being real with yourself and other people. So why are these cards here on the board for my lovely Virgos, please? Show me now. And I'm being reminded, Virgo, that we all make mistakes, okay? So the Page of Cups, this can come with like a child. This could be referencing a child in your life, or a child that you were close to, or someone that really looks up to you. I feel like this little zombie kid has a brain in a pail. And so this also, actually, the Page of Cups can be an apology, expressing an apology. And this child is like building sand castles. So maybe covering up errors, like you had built sand castles with someone and now's the time to go, this just isn't working. Or they don't realize how financially this isn't panning out. It could be any of those. So it could be like, you know, apologizing and saying, I'm sorry, I wasn't really upfront with you. I was trying to make things work. I was trying to make things better and beautiful for you. But the fact of the matter is that this isn't financially working. I've thrown in a lot of good money after bad money on endeavors that just have not worked out. And so financially, we're kind of in a problem here, okay? That could look like that for one or two of you. For another couple of you, this could look like an apology, like you want to apologize because of covering up a past errors, or someone is going to make an apology to you, but I feel like this is more you to them, okay? You to other people, people that you want, or situations that you want to end or cut out of your life, or even trying to paint a picture that just wasn't real. An illusion, almost like very Instagram-y, like my Instagram's on, you know, fleek, and everybody looks and goes, wow. And there's this urge to impress in a facade, in a veneer, all of those things. So why is the Page of Cups here for my beautiful Virgos? Okay, this is wanting to come out sideways, so I'm going to take it. The Seven of Swords, okay, this is about sneaking out, sneaking away. If you look, sorry about the camera shake right here. If you look, this lady is definitely, she's making her way down the stairs, right? And she's like dressed beautifully. She's got some ammo presumably in there. Otherwise she wouldn't be handling her, her little, I don't know if that's an Uzi, what the hell that is. But anyway, she wouldn't be handling it with just such like, okay, this is my protection type thing. She's definitely saving up her ammunition. And instead, she's kicking someone to the ground. And that person is going to be dinner for all of these zombies that are waiting, that are, you know, starving to death, no pun intended. And so it could look like you, because the Seven of Swords and it's crossing the apology is coming up sideways. It's like, okay, I want to apologize by maybe disappearing or throwing somebody under the bus, or feeding this person to all of the zombies. It could be a situation like that, or it could be that you are wanting to apologize for painting a picture that just wasn't so, and that you were wanting to do things again on your own. This is like my lone wolf, wanting to, you know, be alone and do their own thing and not, and wanting to do their own thing and then not. And if I look here, if you look closely at this, I'm getting this very much like the Dali Salvatore, is it? I forget his name, the one that painted all his pictures of melting clocks and really cray-cray stairs that are coming. Like you would have to be like possessed to be able to walk up these stairs in this fashion, but then you can walk up the normal way, right? So you get the feeling it's a little bit like I want to go at it alone and I don't, and back and forth. So maybe there's been some deception or covering up some errors. It's like, look, I've been trying to go on my own or doing my own thing, and then I've been throwing, you know, whoever gets in my way under the bus. And she just looks like impeccable. So maybe you've been painting a picture that you look impeccable. I don't know your life, right? So what else do we have here? We're going to move this. What else do we have here for my beautiful Virgos? Let's find out. What can be helpful for Virgo, please? The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So whatever this is, I feel like just being more authentically you. I don't think it has to be like dramatic. I mean, it can be, but I think that if you just pull your resources and really line yourself up, come with alignment. Like if you're having behaviors around you, even accepting behaviors around you that are not in alignment with what it is that you want or need, or who you vibrationally are, I think that you just simply getting rid of those things are going to help you get in alignment and in tune with light codes, with spirit, with yourself. You're going to feel more grounded, a lot more happy with yourself and your life, regardless of the shrapnel that it can cause. Okay, so coming into alignment is going to be very, Very important for you just to be your most authentic self, and also just getting messages from spirit yourself, listening. I think your crown chakra could be popping. You could be feeling like, it feels a little bit like maybe ants crawling on your hair or on the crown of your head, like somebody gently tapping. But those are definitely messages to get your attention. Okay, what else do we need to know to help our Virgo friends? Please show me now. Deep replenishment. So it's a time for you to rest, retreat, and be held. Okay. And so for those of you that are single and have nobody in sight, the be held part, I mean, take it for what it's worth. Yeah, you can hug yourself, but you can also allow spirit to hold you and hold that space. Being around people that really hold your space for you and allow you to be you without judgment, without condemnation, without any expectation. At this point in time, there is a deep need to retreat and find out who the heck you are, or if your life is really reflecting what is healthy for you on a soul level, okay? Meditation, I'm just going to say, people, it's an overused word, but even breathing, just some simple yoga stretches would really help you right now. What else do we need to know for Virgo for the month of January? Please show me now. Okay, Grant, what? Are we in a meditative pose? Yes, I do believe so. So connected with nature. Look, these are roots. I've never noticed these before. That is so beautiful. Getting grounded, empaths, highly sensitive, and connect with nature. So you could be an empath yourself, which possibly is why energetically other people get attached to you. Highly sensitive, just being sensitive to other people's energies, other people's needs or expectations. But it is a time for you to get back to your roots. Who are you at a core level? And make sure that your life lines up with that so that you can experience joy once again, fulfillment once again, that you could feel recharged once again and not depleted. You were put here to thrive, not to be depleted, not to die. Okay, and so I feel like all of these different issues and ideas are serving to really prompt you to go within once again and find the hidden gems that are grounding with Mother Earth, taking your shoes off, putting your feet in grass, even though it's really cold here in this part of the world. So wherever it is you're at, fit the story if it fits, and if it doesn't, keep it moving, right? What else do we have? Last message for my beautiful Virgo friends. Virgo, what do we have for you? What can be helpful, please? Virgo, to help Virgo for the month of January 2022. Show me now. I'm going to take this one. Pink Moon, new and exciting opportunities. Focus on the new. Transcendence, maturity, fullness, fertility, first steps onto a new path. Is that not what we've been talking about this whole time? If it isn't, then I don't know what is. So my friends, just know that you have something new coming right around the corner. There's just a need to burn some old contracts, some old behaviors, and maybe a couple of coming to Jesus moments. I don't know, right? So I hope with that, this has been really helpful. If it's not helpful, I hope you've been amused. With that, much love to you, dear Virgo. Please do smash that like button, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that funness, okay? And namaste.